What's up? Welcome back to the Brew Crew podcast. As usual, I am here with my guys, Alex Rosas and Mr. Euan Lake.
Jody.
How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Doing good. Another day. We're well into 2022 and we have been brewing. Let's kick it off with what's in the cup. I've got a Columbia pour over.
That's the Sumatra.
This is the Sumatra. No, this is the Columbia pour over. No, this is the
Jody
Sumatra.
just had so much coffee that he can't remember anymore.
I'm dual wielding and I've had a few before this, if you know what I mean. We're brewing with, not you and Jake. And we've got a Sumatra pour over and a Columbia latte. Delicious.
Yes.
What are you drinking, Alex?
It's the same thing. It's Sumatra by Luminous, or as Euan says, Luminos. It's a natural. It's really good. It has just, it's dark.
It's definitely not what you'd expect from Indonesia, though.
Right. I've never had an Indonesia like this.
It's nice.
This isn't weird, but like the strength of like the natural flavor of the coffee is very like, it's gonna sound weird, but it's very Sharpie like it's fruit. It's kind of fruity and like cherry.
Can't say that I've ever eaten a Sharpie before.
Well, the smell of kind of like a Sharpie type marker.
Yeah, freshly uncapped.
It just has that, uncapped kind of That's when I think of an anaerobic or like a really strong, like winey natural. It's like this, so it's good.
Awesome. And Euan, what do you got?
Also drinking the natural process Sumatra.
Awesome.
Brewed by Brew and Rosas.
Yeah, let's talk about the cupware.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is a biscuit.
Where'd you buy it from?
Got it for Christmas from my brother.
Cool.
And I think they're
Good
from
choice, Jared.
They're from Europe somewhere. Really cool. I've always wanted one.
Yeah.
Grippy. Euan has.
This is part of the pack that I bought from Luminos. Did these really cool, like handmade ceramics. This was in like a cool black.
I think it's a semi or something like that.
Made from
Japanese,
Japan. Yeah, they're really cool. I just like look at them.
Very cool. Sweet. Well, let's maybe jump right in. Euan brought some props today.
I did.
What do we have here?
Picked up a new grinder. This is the Legom Mini, which is a really small grinder that they put out.
Oh, what is it sitting on?
And why? And why is it?
And why?
Were you guys here for this? I think I opened it up. I put it on the counter, set it like this, and the first thing Lisa said was, I thought it was angled like the other one. So
like
I thought,
his,
like
P64.
the Legom P64. So I thought I can fix that.
Of course.
So I modeled up a little base and 3D printed it so that the grinder sits in there and it matches the angle of the Legom P64 when it's sitting beside it. So
get over here. There we go.
Pretty sweet.
it's great. So I've been using it as a decaf grinder for espresso for Lisa, and then also a conical burr option for doing pour over. Yeah, it's really nice. It's got like a magnetic lid. The dosing cup in the bottom here is also magnetic, so that's really nice. Stepless. It's just like it's essentially like a motorized hand grinder. Mm-hmm. It's really small, really portable. So
nice.
That'd be great.
It's like what? Maybe what's the MSRP? 3 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, right around that.
You're right around there. I think it's like $379, and then for the bigger burrs, which work better for espresso, is an additional. I think it's like $50, so it's just a touch over $400. I think $429.
Which is pretty good for I think what you're getting, like the burr coating and the geometry, like. Yeah, I mean,
aside from all the wrong angles, but
yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's built pretty well. Like
right, that's part of what I really like
solid.
about it is it's milled from CNC milled from aluminum and then anodized, so it's like a really nice black. The
build quality looks awesome.
Build quality on it is really nice. The comparisons kind of been like an equivalent of a Comandante C40 hand grinder or the Niche Zero for espresso.
Wow, and in that tiny package.
Right, it's such a small footprint.
A lot of punch. Yeah. I'll ask the question everyone's probably thinking. Whenever the What's Brewing With Euan segment comes up, there's always something that you've done that's above and beyond. How did you get the angle? I've heard a rumor that this was one take one print nailed the angle to match the bigger Lagom.
I was pretty surprised actually. It was the first print. Yeah, I got the angle right first time. So I set my camera up next to the Lagom P64 and took a picture of it, and then measured the angle from my computer and put it into the 3D modeling software. So
Amazing.
it worked out great.
That's innovative. Sweet. And then I also got a new grinder a little while ago. It's probably almost been a month-ish. You know, my journey of getting a grinder. I sold the Sete. I was going to get the Vario Plus. I think it's actually still on a ship off like Long Beach. So no one who has pre-ordered them or wants them has them, which I'm glad. I canceled it and I got the X54 by Malkonig.
It would have been what, 3 months of hand grinding.
Oh, it's been rough.
Yeah, that was a trial. The Kinu's great, but it's just when you first wake up, the last thing you want to do is just work on your grip and just try to hand grind. It's not enjoyable. So yeah, X54. I didn't bring it, but it's super cool. The build is really good. It's German. Germans make really good products. 54 millimeter flat burrs. So it's actually technically the same burr size as the Vario.
Tight tolerances on those machining.
Yeah, very tight tolerance.
Tight tolerance.
But yeah, it's cool. I can technically replace the Vario burrs with the Malkonig burrs, which I may in the future. But
That's interesting.
yeah, but it's been pretty good. Going from conical to flat is like, I think, what did Euan say? He was like, I'm brewing like the best coffees I've ever made. And
Awesome.
I could definitely say that. My wife, she has noticed that.
How is the workflow for her?
Well, I make it for her, but the flavor, she's noticed that it's a lot more, I guess, a lot more acidic, more like fruity forward. So like pulling Ethiopia, like she can really taste the vibrancy and how bright it is.
Nice. So thumbs up or thumbs down?
I would say thumbs up.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
I'm still trying it out. Euan and I have been working on a single dosing solution for it. I think I'm probably going to do a whole video just on that, and I'll put it on the channel in a bit. But yeah, so far it's been good. I haven't seen a lot of people out there who have been vocal about opinions about it. So my opinion is, if you're on the fence, you should get it because it's great. It has like 25,000 doses, like in terms of like how long will the motor last, like 25,000.
Oh, so that's not the
varieties.
wear-in period. That's like
No, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it seems reliable, and yeah, I'm happy with
And
it. So
typically, you didn't get the grind by weight option. You got the
no,
Okay.
no, that would be
That's
the
kind of a whole nother price
that's the
category. Is that right?
E65S. Yes, that's going to be what, $3,500.
Okay.
Grind by weight. That's that's the next step.
Didn't quite get board approval for.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll give you an update in 2023 if we've progressed. But sounds like you're brewing the best coffee you ever have in 2022.
Yep.
Awesome start to the new year.
It's enjoyable. So
Awesome.
I've been liking it. But
A lot of cool things going on in the new year. We did some videos on travel setups a couple episodes ago, and one of our members is going to put that to the test. Our very own Euan is headed off to Europe for a month, and he's going to be packing up and using just his travel setup. So he won't get to use any of his decent or the...
he won't be bringing the suitcase.
He won't be bringing the decent suitcase with his espresso machine with him. Euan, tell us a little bit about what you've decided on for your travel setup.
Yeah, we're excited. Lisa booked our flights this morning, actually.
Wow.
We're going away traveling Europe for 3 or 4 weeks. We're off to Iceland first, and then we're
For iced coffee.
for iced coffee in Iceland. I haven't actually looked at the temperatures, but Lisa says it's very cold, so I need to work that out. But ice pourable would still be great. So we're traveling Europe for 3 or 4 weeks. Iceland first. We haven't booked the rest, but we're thinking maybe Ireland, Copenhagen would be really cool to see. So some fun places. So I've been working on my travel kit to work out how I'm going to brew coffee for the 3 to 4 weeks while we're away. So I picked up this bag as a recommendation from Alex.
As a recommendation, first-hand use from Ulises.
Nice.
Listener to the pod.
Who
Friend of
has
the
just
pod,
taken
friend of the
his friend of the pod has taken his travel kit to Mexico for a
Oh,
while.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He
in
takes
Mexico
it
at the
everywhere.
moment.
So
That's cool. So yeah, it's like a hard shell kind of case, or soft, but it's got like ridged edges for protection. And Yeah, it's going to take the Akaya Luna scale, the Hario V60 ceramic part of it. Filters go on the top here.
Oh, nice.
Which is
so
great.
they kind of stay like
Yeah,
protected
because
too.
they
don't
can get
get
bent. Yeah, if
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, that's cool.
Keeps them flat, a little more protected. And then this is also the latest addition to the kit, which was an incredibly generous gift from multiple friends, which was very cool, which is the Lagom Remy.
Whoa.
Folks, he has almost.
He's got it all.
He's got it all, except for the P100.
Lagom, if you're watching,
Send him.
he's your guy.
Same thing, I mean, the build quality in this is phenomenal.
Awesome.
Milled from solid from aluminum.
Which kind of like more
Hold that
portable.
up. Hold that up next to the mini, just so people can see how small the mini is compared to
Right.
the air grinder.
And
like,
the thing that I realized after this arrived is that if you look at the like base of this, it's almost the same diameter. So it's like almost the Remy with a motor build on top.
yeah,
Which just shows how small the mini is, which is kind of cool. So we're really excited to use that. That's going to be great. So that's going to be my travel kit.
Nice. Very cool. Have you used this very much yet? Like, have you experimented with it?
Only a couple, not enough to really comment on the quality.
Sure.
Well, I mean, aside from the build quality, but haven't done a lot of comparisons yet.
Right. And you have obviously been playing this for a bit, but you landed on the V60 over the Fellow?
Yeah, I tried a couple. I was using the Chemex for a while, I guess a long time ago.
You couldn't travel with the Chemex.
Right, too big. It works well when you bring for a lot of people, but when you just bring for one or two, it's too big and too overkill.
So some of your requirements were, I don't need a big setup. It has to be able to fit in a backpack. We're not bringing a separate suitcase for coffee stuff. That would just be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, small, portable, durable, I guess, was an important one. Like,
Yeah.
the Chemex is big and glass,
And
and it's going to
glass.
get broken really easy. So that was kind of not a practical option.
Yeah.
I was using the Fellow Stag X brewer for a while, which is nice because it's a double-walled, like metal version, so it holds heat really well. But it was a flat-bottom brewer, and I just wasn't getting as good flavors as what you were getting on the V60. So
Yeah, we did some like side-by-side tests, and you just get, probably for the beans you're going to buy, you get more clarity right from the V60 than the flat bottom.
Yeah.
But yeah. And we're also going to use the
oh, and then the other part, right, that
Yeah.
isn't in here but should be, is
Just
also
what
the
you do
mellow.
for hot water.
Yeah, that's the one part of a travel kit that I feel like there isn't a great answer to.
The kettle.
Is the kettle, because kettles are, all of them are just too big to be able to fit in something like this or a backpack for it to be a practical option. So I feel like from the conversations that we've had, the mellow drip is really the only practical solution to that. So that'll mean that I'll be able to use just a standard kettle at any Airbnb or friends' houses that we go to or whichever that don't necessarily have a gooseneck kettle, which work really well for like slowing the flow rate.
Right, distribution.
Right, so you can be a lot more like accurate and slower with your brew, so be a lot more consistent. But you can't get that with a normal like just big kettle that has a, I don't know, what do you call that, standard
Right,
kettle.
yeah, like a flow, a steady flow.
Right. So the solution to that is the mellow drip, which allows you to pour the water into this kind of little small device that you hold, and it has kind of like a shower screen. Is that how you'd explain
Like
it?
a honeycomb that allows the water to get dispersed.
Spreads
And
it out.
it's the size of your grinder handle. So as far
Right,
as,
it's like,
as far as bang for your buck, it fits in your kit. It's small and allows you to plug in any hot water source really.
Yeah.
To
Here's the last thought that I just thought about. Europe, I'm pretty sure has harder water, right? So you're going to have a higher mineral content, which would be interesting to see. I feel like you'll have to report back. How does that maybe compare to the brew? Like, I actually don't know what harder water does.
will you be bringing
Probably less.
perfect water packets with you?
Yeah, like, do you need to think about that? And wherever you go, you buy a thing of distilled, and you're like, but then again, you get into a hot water issue. So I don't know. You'll have to let us know.
Yeah.
I don't know what will happen.
We'll see. I mean, water can change the flavor of coffee so much. So you're right. It'll be interesting to see.
Or maybe if let's say if you get water from I don't know, if you go down to the hotel lobby wherever you're at and get hot water, maybe that's purified, so it probably has a little bit more balance. I don't know, but
Stay tuned for a full review of Euan's month
Full
in
review.
Europe with
Euan's-
only a travel kit.
Brewing with Euan water tour. So, yeah, but that's all we had today. Really quick episode. Just wanted to talk about some new toys. Euan's going on a trip, and we're gonna have some reels that we're gonna put out for our travel kits. Each of us individually. What do we typically, if we were in Euan's place going to Europe, what would we bring?
What are a couple different options?
Yeah, a couple options. So we'll post that. Maybe do a giveaway. Who knows? But yeah, that's all.
Peace
Stay
out.
caffeinated.
See you guys next time.
See you later.
See ya.